I believe I am live.
The truth.
Ow. That's loud. I need to turn this down. Oh, that's loud. What the heck? Oh, you can like barely hear me. What the heck? Let me move my...
Is this better?
By the way, it's gonna be as laggy as it is for you, for me. But I wasn't allowed in half the rooms. Wow. Interesting. And sorry for like the explosive sound. That's my PS4. It does that. Oh. Huh. I don't know which way to go, so I'm going this way. Oh, I did go the right way. Well, that's a surprise. Weird. That's a weird house. Why does it do that? Weird. Can I pick that up? No? Okay. Didn't do anything about it. So how does one get in? The garage, maybe? No? Okay. Around the house. Bruh. Uh-huh. Oh. Noodle cups. Hmm. Oh, so that's the original. Well, the more you know. No? Okay. That's something. Oh, no. So that... Can you hear the audio?
After Milton
Oh, here
disappeared,
you go.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
I can hear clearly now.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So I'm assuming I go here. Oh, it like leads you. I didn't know that. Oh.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Dang.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
She lived for a long time.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
It worked.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Yo, that's epic.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yo, what? 1937, 1947.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
There's gerbil poop in there.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, she had her own little bathroom. That's cute.
I kept eating and eating.
Now that I would not do. That's gross.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
She's like high or something.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
What's their problem?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
How come I can only go right? What the heck?
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Whoa, huh? What?
A mama rabbit.
Come here, boy.
She was almost too big to care.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Okay, now this is some weird simulator. What the heck? I feel like I'm playing one of those like $1 simulators.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Match.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
No, now you're a cannibal.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh, I'm an octopus. Am I? What am I? Am I an octopus or like a snake?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
His belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, in the morning.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have.
Finally, now I can keep these pennies to myself. What the hell?
I smell pennies!
I slithered onto the sand.
Now
and
I'm
the
a
good
snake,
smell
right?
went into an old
Or am I a
pipe.
worm? You're back in your room? Or what?
I got closer and closer.
Don't you dare eat the... Am I a turd?
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Was that her? She died or what?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that. but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh wow, okay. Well then there's the story.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Bro, roasted. Why am I in here?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
You think? Why does this one key open every book? What's the lever?
There's a secret
no
in
lever.
this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
I knew it. Calvin Finch, born 18. Stop joining parties. Calvin Finch, born 18.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Where are we now? Everything leads to each other. That's so cool. This is like Minecraft. For Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
A note.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
One eternity later.
It'd be easier if I used 2 legs.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wait, excuse me? I believe I can fly.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
You're insane.